view you're seeing now is from an airplane making its final approach to the landing strip at Nome, Alaska. That's right, we're out to explore another part of Alaska's gold mining history. Only in Nome, gold isn't just history, it still plays a huge role in the economy today, as you will see. Let's start with the background though. Nome's golden history arises from three miners, now known as the Lucky Swedes, and this story starts in the summer of 1898, when the three men, who happened to be strangers before a chance meeting at the nearby Council City, which is really not a city at all, in fact it's quite tiny, by the time was already overrun by gold miners who had claimed up all the good land. So, our three Lucky Swedes decided to head over to the Snake River and started working their way up Anvil Creek, where after a week they struck pay dirt. Well, as these things go, word quickly spread, and soon other gold miners were pouring in from the Klondike and elsewhere chasing after this latest gold rush. The closest settlement to Anvil Creek was Nome, and Nome soon developed an exciting gold story of its own. In 1899, the population of the town exploded during the endless summers that Alaska and the Arctic experience. It was said that the sound of sawing wood continued endlessly for 4 months during that summer. In the summer of 1900, more than 40,000 aspiring gold millionaires arrived in Nome. However, when all of these miners arrived in Nome, they found that the three Lucky Swedes had already claimed all of the good areas around Anvil Creek. Yes, don't worry about the Swedes, they all became multimillionaires. With the rich ground around Anvil Creek snapped up by the Lucky Swedes, it didn't take long for the ambitious miners sitting around the Nome area to find a new outlet for their energies. There was no formal announcement of Nome's most improbable event, the discovery of gold in the very sands of the beaches themselves. But sometime in the late spring of 1899, someone, some say it was an out-of-work journalist, others say it was a soldier nicknamed Tough Nut Jack Clunan, and this is by his own report, tried panning the beach sand, found color, dug down to a thin layer of reddish sand, swirled it in the pan, and were rewarded with the sparkles of countless grains of fine gold. Now here is the stuff of legend, gold from the sea. And shipping companies, already feeling pressure from the decline of the Klondike gold rush, quickly spread the word. Nome, they said, was the first convenient gold field. No mountains to climb, no plains to cross, just a pleasant sea cruise to a gold-flecked beach, and then it was to hell with every boss or supervisor ever again. Unfortunately for these aspiring miners, there wasn't enough beach, let alone enough gold to go around. They would arrive and find the beach black with men and women elbowing for space in which to swirl pans and work rockers. There was no legal way to stake a claim on the tide flats, and so it was informally agreed that a man could work the sand within shovel length of where he stood. There's a lot to cover in this area, and so I decided to break it down into a bunch of shorter videos, focused on different themes and places. However, they were all loosely under the Nome umbrella, as they were all shot within 75 miles of Nome. There's a good reason for that, and that Nome only has 3 roads, dirt of course, leading out of it, and all 3 of these roads end eventually at a maximum distance of approximately 75 miles out. Those are the famous golden beaches of Nome, which you'll learn all about. So back to the shorter videos, I thought that I would break from my normal tradition of posting a new mining video every Wednesday and would instead post these smaller videos all under the Nome umbrella every other day or so, possibly even every day. And the goal of that is to not have super long videos that bore people, but rather to have little slices here and there so somebody can dip in and see something they're interested in. If they're not interested in it, they can just wait for the next day and see something they're interested in. It's sort of I'm trying out a different format with this because I know that sometimes people get burned out in the long series. So hopefully people will like these more easily digestible video snippets, and if you don't like it, we'll be back to the normal Wednesday posting scheme for too much longer. In these videos, we'll see how all of that looks now. We'll also learn more about it along the way. We'll also see some of Nome's modern gold mining efforts. So let's get to it.
Welcome
Welcome to Nome. This is supposedly the largest gold pan in the world, and if you look at the vehicles in comparison to the pan in front of me, I believe them. We've also got some statues over here to celebrate their mining history. So the guy in the end is panning for gold. The guy in the middle looks like he's found some gold. The guy in the end looks like he wants to find some gold. They also got some panels up, information about the gold rush history here. Quick view of the square. There's the church. Not sure how old that building is. Dates to the gold rush era or not. Also of note right here, this is the end point of the famous Iditarod sled dog race. View of the town. And you may have noticed next to the gold pan, all along the borders of the park here, these are all buckets for dredges. Every one of those is a dredge bucket. Pretty impressive, huh? Here's a close-up on one of the dredge buckets in case you don't believe me. They have flowers in them now, but their original purpose was for gold. Here's a view of the side. Quick view of downtown, just to sort of demonstrate how run down everything is here. This is the hotel where we're staying, the Dredge number 7 Inn. You'll notice the mining theme again. It's not cheap. Nothing's cheap out on the frontier here. It's $250 a night, but it's pretty much your only option in town. So this is what you've got. You'll notice an array of mining equipment out in front here. These are all dredge buckets here, there, and along here. And then something kind of cool I just noticed, actually, that the railing here is actually rail. As you can see, it says Illinois Steel Company, Joliet Works, 1890. Which is pretty cool. There's a lookout over the tundra. This is the lobby of the hotel here. Dredge number 7 Inn. And something kind of funny, right on the door here, you notice right away, caution, must oxygen area. Not something you see when you go to Hawaii or someplace like that. The background noise is this documentary here about bush pilots. See, they've got the gold scales right there, and then lots of the gold pan right there, lots of mining related stuff up here, and the pictures and such. And naturally, there are going to be some dredges. It says Silvertson Johnson MD Coast Dredge number 2 operating on Solomon River, Alaska, September 21st, 1910. Huh. And here is, the light's terrible, but that's a dredge as well. Then our room is back here. Oh, more mining stuff. A little hydraulic action there. Section of hot air. MS something's ditch, 5 miles long. Huh. Well, there you go. More dredges. There's a more modern dredge, it looks like. Anyway, our room is over here. Naturally, I've got the Dredge Master room. What else could I have, really? Dredge Master. And then a little common room over here. Pretty nice. And then the Dredge Master room. Here you go. For $250 a night. You better have some mining pictures on the wall, huh? It's the least they can do. So you got some more dredging pictures over here.